I'd like to welcome you to San Diego and to the IPM Symposium and today's Urban IPM Workshop. A few housekeeping items. Restrooms, you can go right or left out these doors and you will find them. For those of you that would like continuing education units, we have them for both California DPR as well as the Structural Pest Control Board. There's a sign-up sheet. We have a quiz that you need to take. It's online. We have a QR code. We'll put it up at lunch. You can snap that QR code, take it with you. And then if you're having issues with the QR code, we do have some printed quizzes that you can take as well. And I'm thinking, we'll shut those doors in a minute. All right, click is working. So this workshop is part of a larger Urban IPM Apprenticeship program that has been funded through Cal DPR, supporting IPM education and outreach in the priority regions of Sacramento, LA, and San Francisco. Our organization, IPM Institute in North America, we're a 501c3 nonprofit based in Madison, Wisconsin, and we have several branches of our organization. We do a lot of work in the food systems, supply chain, working with food companies to develop sustainability programs, as well as direct outreach to farmers in the region. And then our Sustainable Communities group encompasses the work that we're doing with this project. And a couple of our flagship programs is Green Shield Certified. It is a certification program for both pest management service providers as well as facilities. Then we also have our TIC IPM working group, which is funded through the North Central IPM Center, as well as our school IPM working group and our Pest Defense for Healthy Schools online learning modules, also funded through the North Central IPM Center. Our partners in this project, UC IPM, will make some introductions here in a few minutes, as well as the California Department of Pesticide Regulation. This work would not be possible without their funding and collaboration with the University of California statewide IPM program. So just briefly, for those of you that are joining us for the first time about our apprenticeship program, we have been running 12 monthly webinars since last summer. Additional activities of this work include attending this IPM symposium, and then we will be doing some shadow evaluation sessions with our presenters here today, where they will get the opportunity to do a walkthrough of a facility and learn how to assess what's going on in terms of opportunities to improve IPM on the ground. At the end of their apprenticeship program, they will complete their own individual evaluation by themselves. The monthly webinars are open to the public, so anyone in this room is welcome to join these webinars. We have 3 webinars left, March 26th, April 30th, and May 28th. And you can use the QR code. That'll take you right to the Green Shield Certified website, where you can learn more about signing up for these webinars. Our next webinar on Wednesday, March 26th, will feature Jasmine Ramirez Bonilla, who will be discussing pesticide safety, proper handling, mixing, storage, disposal, and record keeping. So I'd like to introduce our 3 lead presenters today. Carrie Winbell Rojas, who's the Associate Director for Urban and Community IPM. Do you want to stand up and wave, say hi to the group? All right. Our next presenter, Dr. Andrew Sutherland, who is an Urban IPM advisor with the University of California Cooperative Extension, And then Dr. Tom Green, our board president, founder of the IPM Institute, and also an expert in this area. So I want to take the opportunity, because there's a lot of people that maybe this is their first symposium. Who is the first time attending the IPM symposium? Hands up. All right, excellent. Well, then I'm really glad I made this next set of slides. So the real purpose of the IPM Symposium is to provide a forum for IPM professionals and practitioners to efficiently, effectively share work, learn from others, including best practices. And our goal is developing the next generation of professionals and practitioners, developing those support networks that'll help us facilitate a greater adoption of IPM knowledge, technologies, the ability to evaluate our operating standards and replicate the successes, and also benefits from the lessons learned. And the scope of the IPM Symposium is truly quite interdisciplinary, bringing people from research, extension, academics, students, private government scientists, industry representatives, NGO professionals, consultants, and there are going to be lots of opportunities to learn. Brief history, the IPM Symposium has been going on since 1989, with the first symposium happening in Reno, Nevada. Our last symposium was in 2022 in Denver. We had 320 in-person attendees and 75 students and representatives from 6 countries, including Canada, Brazil, Colombia, Egypt, Finland, and the United States, plus Guam, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, with over 120 poster displays and 200 plus oral presentations covering 35 sessions. So it is quite the event for you to learn about. So next, I really want to emphasize, we're in California here, and found some information that really highlights how well IPM is working in the state, and Carrie and Andrew will maybe get into this a little deeper, but a recent report from CalDPR, and this is just in the last 10 years, that in the last 10 years, pesticide use has decreased, including a 77% decrease in groundwater contamination and a 45% decrease in reproductive toxins, and adoption of biopesticides in California has increased 56%. So I think it really speaks to the hard work that our IPM practitioners in the state are doing, and the willingness and readiness for people working in agriculture and communities to adopt these practices. So major funding for the IPM Symposium comes from our IPM centers, as well as support from EPA and USDA NIFA. Every single state has its own IPM coordinator, and these coordinators really have a good perspective on what's working in their state in terms of IPM, what's not working, what the opportunities are. And if you, again, use that QR code, it'll take you to the IPM Center's website, and you can learn more about what is going on in your state. So at a glance, we have a lot of presentations over the next week, but for those of you interested in this branch of IPM work, on Tuesday there's going to be a session on IPM and housing, addressing challenges and emerging issues in affordable housing. Wednesday, enhancing IPM for rodent control. On Wednesday also, school and community IPM, how do we make this a success? Then after the closing keynote on Thursday, there is an additional event, a rodent workshop from 1 to 5 p.m. There is still room to register. It is an additional $75, and the folks at the registration table can help you with that. So how many people are staying for the whole week? All right. Wow, this is really wonderful. I'm so excited that you all are here. So we have an app for the symposium. You can streamline your experience using Expo Pass, and we have some instructions to help you get set up with that. And just want to remind you that while you're getting your app set up and you request a new password, don't actually use that password. It's not going to work for you. Scroll a little bit further down on your email and there will be another button that says send a magic link, and it'll take you right into the app. So a lot of people have worked on this project, and I just want to thank everyone that has put in a lot of effort. We've had a lot of staff at our organization work on this, as well as our partners at Cal DPR, UC IPM, and many more. So our agenda at a glance today, we're going to go straight through till 11:30, where we will break for lunch. Lunch is on your own. There are restaurants, Barefoot and Title, right down the street. I believe just Barefoot is open today, and they are prepared for us. They know that there are several meetings going on today and that everyone will have to get through in time. And if you brought your own lunch, there are plenty of places to sit down and enjoy that, and you can also just stay in here. At the lunch break, we will post the QR code for the quiz.